So I wanted to go over something with you guys quick. Just a quick little video on a how-to. If you've ever needed to align a belt, now it's hugely important on supercharged motors to get the belt alignment proper. You might actually have to intentionally unalign it, and by that I mean for preload. So with the belt off, some superchargers will be tweaked a little bit because there's so much tension on those belts for the superchargers that when you tension them up, they move, okay? And you can't see how it moves, as far as when you have the belt on, because the alignment tool won't work with a belt in the way. So with the exception of those, you might have to tweak them a little bit. Now, to make it actually accurate so that you can do what you need to do to get the job done properly, they have to be calibrated. Now, this is a Gates Drive Align Laser Kit. Obviously the numbers are like, there's a number there, I don't know if it's accurate or not. But it's definitely a Gates kit. Now, see I got the Gates right here, whatever. It is out of spec. I bought this thing used from a guy. It was only used once though. It was still in the plastic packaging when I got it. He said he tried it out once, he didn't like it, decided he wasn't going to deal with it, and then he sold it to me. So I picked it up, thought, perfect, awesome, I could use one of these when I'm doing supercharged cars, Well, it's off. It threw me for a huge loop on a job recently, and I decided to go through the calibration process. I found out how to calibrate it. I put it back to being off on purpose. You can see I have a piece of plexiglass in a vise. The vise is locked down, it's tight, okay? The first thing you have to do is find an area where you have a decent run of length. The longer the better. I only have, 15 feet, not even. Yeah, about 14 or 13 feet. But your belts are only, 2 feet at the most for distance. So you really, anything double that length or more is going to be a decent calibration. The further you go, the more precise it's going to be. Now, I take this plexiglass, I slid it in the vise, and I can't just expect it to work, okay? So if I take this thing, and what I'm using is the flats here for the setting it, and I'm squeezing against here, I put it like this, and then I flip it over here, and I do it like this. If this plate is not level, it's not perfect, it's not going to work properly, okay? So it'll make your laser off a little bit. Not much, but a little bit, okay? So what you gotta do is you gotta level that out. Now I took the time to shim it with this piece of paper to get it level. So I put this up against here. I gotta do it this way because I don't have the room otherwise. You can see the bubble is perfectly level. Now, if I were to just push against here like this, the plexiglass is bent because it's just plexiglass, right? So I probably should use some kind of plate of steel or aluminum or something. But if I squeeze it against it, so I'm not bending the plexiglass or tweaking anything, if I just squeeze, it's perfectly level. So now that I know I have that level, I can take the time and put the laser on here and look at the wall and see where it's at. Okay, you can see I got the room darkened on that end. I just turned one of the lights off. Now you see where that laser is? It's to the left of that tape. I think I have the tape about perfectly centered, to where this thing's going to end up. So it's to the left of there, right? This is on the top of the plexiglass, okay? So to the left. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom of the plexiglass, and I'm pinching. I'm not pushing it against it. I'm just pinching it against it. And see how now it's to the right of the plexiglass? Okay, so obviously it's not centered right. So now we have to make the adjustment. So to set these things, this cap right here, the part with the laser, little laser beamer, right? So part with the laser beamer, we'll shut that off. That little rubber cap fell off. You take this cap off, okay? It unscrews pretty easily. Of course, you want to make sure these are tight so it doesn't move after you do your calibration. There's the laser. Now you can see those set screws in there? They're accessed from the side. That's how you adjust this thing, okay? So you take these screws and you screw one loose. So say I had to go to the left, okay? You take this and you unscrew this one and then screw that one in. top to bottom isn't very important in this scenario because it's for a belt. I mean, you're going around a round thing. I mean, top to bottom isn't going to matter. So all we're really concerned about is left to right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start adjusting this. It's very easy to over adjust once you're close to the position you want to be in. So that was both sides. See, I got it adjusted as close as I can really get it. So should be well calibrated now. So there you have it, a calibrated belt alignment tool. I will go ahead and thread this cap back on, and now I know it's set for the future and I'll be able to properly use this tool. If you like these little tutorials on things like this, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and I will be bringing more of these, I'm sure, with different tools of different things and how-tos. So, yeah. Thanks for watching and have a great day.